you know what? I don't think I put us on the stage. Betty, thanks for coming. B, we got our first chatter. I think I muted myself. Uh-oh. Hey, Terry. Did I forget to put myself on the stage again? B, I think I forgot to put myself on the stage. Okay, okay.
You're on there.
Okay. I thought you said the beginning here had some audio, some music on it. I gotta put the chat up here. Comments.
I don't know what happened to Quay, but we're back.
Okay. Amanda, thanks for coming. Terry,
Amanda.
thank you. Tara's here.
Hey, Tara.
Okay. The beginning of that was just showing a little bit of the EBT madness that was going on in the months leading up to this. So, yeah, those EBT calls were quite interesting to see. Most of those were going on over on TikTok, and some of the creators were putting them on YouTube. So did you get, were those all from TikTok, or were you getting some of those from YouTube?
Some from YouTube and some from TikTok, but
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to overtalk you. I got to get used to that pause.
You're fine.
So I apologize for that. But yeah, I saw quite a bit of that. Lindsay Glenn, the creator Lindsay Glenn. Have you ever watched her?
No. Well, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she covers a lot of that off the wall stuff. I get a lot from her.
She popped up when I put in the search. She was right there in the beginning.
Yeah, her Cinnamon Shogun gets some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Lindsay Glenn's. She's her laugh is a little infectious. But yeah, and it's just yeah, seeing some of those hauls they were doing, and like, wow, and then who knew that, just a short time later, the circumstances they'd be in. I wonder if they're regretting some of those choices. I wonder.
I don't think they're aware. I mean, that they have the wherewithal to think that it had anything to, that it matters. I don't think they care.
It's hard to care when it's not your money.
It is. And that's what this is just a small sample of different things, but I noticed when I was trying to find clips for that there are so many people who didn't care because it wasn't their money. Like, they were very adamant, like, oh, I'll get this. It's not even, I don't have to pay for it. And it's like, but you are paying for it. Like, why are you still not trying to save money or get more product for the dollar that they give to you? Even though, I don't know, it just made no sense to me. But there was a lot of it that was wasteful, or that they didn't look for the value in, even, if you're going to buy steaks, that look for the value in the steaks you're buying, and they just didn't care. It's like, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. It's like, how do you even justify that you're not paying for it?
Well, I was racking my brains all day today, and yeah, it was painful, before anybody cares to comment on that. Looking for videos that I know I've seen. I mean, I'm just not, I'm not imagining videos. You can't imagine videos. Well, I guess I can, but that's another story for another day. Um, I'm looking for videos that I know I've seen, and it's like they're gone. And I think with the current situation, I'm wondering how many of these content creators have possibly gone out there. And I don't know if you're trying to tell me to
Well,
hush or.
Tira's asking a question, and it's interrupting you, and I really don't want to do that. But what we're doing is, this is on Rebrand's channel and on my channel at the same time, and it's being hosted by Rebrand's channel. So she asked, "Why are you to the left of me?" Normally, it's how the setup is the guest is to the other. So I'm the guest, actually, but it's being streamed from both of our channels at the same time. Does that? So it's a dual collab
I'll
stream.
tell you why, Tara. I'll tell you why. It's because we're
Boss,
fucking
that's
rock
why.
stars. It's because we're fucking rock stars. That's why. How about that? How about that? And now I lost my train of fucking thought. Thank you.
I was trying to say, because we're dual streaming, so I was trying to make it understandable why it was being out there on both ways. Sorry,
No. No. I
because
just
we
wanted
didn't
to,
really
I
we
wanted
didn't
to
tell what we were doing or anything. We just kind of went for it.
yeah, we rolled for it. No, I just wanted a chance to drop an F bomb for no reason, for
Okay,
no
go
good
ahead.
reason. Yeah,
Couple of them, throw them out there.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, because you're allowed to say that on YouTube. Well, and I just did that on your channel, and you don't like that, so I apologize.
Oh, I'm fine. No, I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, okay. Well,
They
fuck you.
loosened the restrictions. Fuck it, I don't care. They released it's only in the first couple seconds, but now they decided that was it lost a lot of revenue or something, so they decided to go for it.
You got that ex-old friend is here.
I have an ex-old friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that ex-old friend. Hey, ex-old friend. She's my friend. Stop it.
There's somebody at my front door. Okay. Let's see. Train of thought.
I know. How they were using their
Oh.
EBT.
No, I was somewhere else. Um, as I was racking my brains, looking for videos that I can't find now, and I'm wondering how many people might have actually some of these exorbitant hauls. How many people might have gone and removed or hidden some of those hauls now, because they got to be getting some grief. Because those were ridiculous and over the top. And as you know, I didn't get to do all the editing, but you know, anybody ever see some of those EBT seafood boils? You don't think some of them are getting some grief if they had the decency to pull those down? Because they're the whiners and criers
Mm-hmm.
right now because I don't have money for food. And I don't mean to sound like I'm lacking empathy with what's going on right now, but you know, they're sitting there rubbing it in that they have, you know, that they're getting all this, you know, and in some of their videos, thanks taxpayer, thanks taxpayer. Ooh, I'm loving this lobster tail. You know, but they're the ones out there now. They're going to come and they're going to bop us over the head to get our groceries because their EBT was shut down. Whoa. Because their EBT was shut down. They're going to bop us over the head in the parking lot.
That's not going to happen. I mean, they
So,
think it will, but that's not
well,
going to happen.
you know, they don't realize how crazy some of us white folk are, especially the older ones, you know, but, you know, it ain't quite like that. So, yeah. So, anyway, yeah, they're, where do you want to start with this? We were so busy trying to get some other stuff.
We were scrambling at the second.
Yeah, you know, because we're
Scrambling.
doing something different, you know, with the dual streaming and throwing some things together. And it was, even though we had some time, it was still kind of last minute. And yeah, so we're still working. Hi, CH. I don't know who you are, but welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Yes. You know, so you know, we didn't get our format together as well as we wanted to. We're you know, we're on some new territory here. You know, so bear with us. We still got some good things to say and stuff, but yeah, we're a work in progress.
I would like to think that most people are aware of what's going on, but on November 1st, since the government shut down, they are going to stop funding EBT benefits is what we're kind of that's the premise of what we're talking about and what people are reacting to it and how things are playing out from that. So that's the gist of where we're starting at, is that they're talking about cutting funding and it's going to come off on November 1st.
Right. And the concern, you know, yeah, we know everybody knows about that or should know by this point. But the concern that's been coming out is the level of chaos and violence that people are threatening. You know, we're hearing extremes. You know, they're talking about the great what do they call it, the dash or the riots. Some are saying it's going to happen on Saturday the 1st. It seems like the majority are talking about it happening at 6:30 to 7:30 on Monday,
November 3rd.
November 3rd, which is interesting. It's an election day in a good majority of the states across the country.
That's actually on Monday.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of going into Walmart. I believe Walmart's the main target. And everybody going in at 6:30. I don't know if that's AM when they open
I
or
thought it was, I
PM.
assumed PM, but they didn't say, did they?
No, or PM when they assume everybody will be off work. Everybody going in at one time, grabbing a cart, filling it up, and everybody running for the door at once and breaking for the parking lot. Boy, is that going to be one hell of a traffic jam when everybody tries to leave at once. Tell me that's not going to be easy to, you know, just put a blockade at the parking lot entrance and exits. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Yeah.
So that was the thought process of shopping for an hour and then everybody leaving at the same time and they can't stop everybody. So just what are they going to do? But other than let you walk out with your buggy of whatever you put in it for that hour. And then the other one was about people shopping, allowing them, you know, like if I went grocery shopping and bought my cart and was going out to put it in my car, just coming up and taking my cart from me. And what could I do about it?
What could they do about it?
I know what I can do about it, but I'm saying that's their thought process.
Do they not realize that some of us crazy old white ladies are armed and carry? You know, not to point out the obvious, but you know, and most of us have some sort of weapons with us. And, I don't want to have to shoot somebody, but I'm not going to let somebody steal from me. I work for
No,
it.
I don't want to see children go hungry either, Betty. I don't. That's not it. It's a catch-22 because there are people who need and use their funds wisely. I was watching one, and this was just popped up because we were doing all this, and she was mad, but she was only getting $8 a month. All these other people are getting a lot of money. And she's like, I applied, I did what I needed to do, and I'm getting $8 a month. But I would think that $8 is one item that you didn't have to buy. So, use your money for. So I wouldn't complain. I can see where she's angry about it, but there are people who need it and they use it wisely, where others just, they seem to think they're entitled to it.
I agree. That the entitlement's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't scroll back up to see, but I assume something was said about nobody wants a child to go hungry. There,
It's
no,
going to break Betty's heart that she just doesn't want to see the children go hungry. And I agree with that.
nobody in most decent community, nobody's going to let children go hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come in trying to thug, if you come in trying to thug and tug and bully your way into, I'm going to take what I want, you're going to be met with equal and opposite resistance, and it's going to be just as hard.
Right.
you know so you come in with that attitude where I'm just going to take it. It's not going to work.
Something I discussed with you earlier in the conversation, and it's not about EBT in general, but the food insecurity that, some of us have experienced it in other ways. But like I was saying, when I don't remember if we can say that word or not, or the what was it called? Corona, the virus, the other thing, not the word that we're going to use.
The
Whenever
beer
that
virus,
time, I'm sorry,
the beer virus.
the beer virus, when that happened, people should have had some awakening to what it's like to not have certain things, and maybe have started stockpiling some things, or preparing for a time that you don't have product for you. So this would be a time that I would think, I know it's the money situation is what we're talking about. The product's still going to be on the shelf for right now. But why do people not have some stuff in their home for emergency times when the funds aren't available?
Because during that time, we got what, 3 or 4 stimulus checks,
Mm.
and people had all that extra green, all the extra greenbacks then, and they're like, oh well, we'll just get money again. And
Um,
I already saw several TikToks when I was putting data together.
mhm.
There was several videos over there where people were saying, "Oh yeah, Donald Trump's putting extra money on our EBT before the end of the month." And there was an article. I think I saw it on NPR. I didn't have the time to pull it up, but somewhere Trump said something about that we will have this EBT dealt with, but I don't know what he meant by that.
I don't either.
But
We're down to the wire though. What is it? 3 more days?
yeah, but there's a couple people on TikTok saying, "Oh yeah, Trump's going to put money on everybody's EBT cards."
Mhm.
If he does come up and do his, his little, if he comes up with a little somewhat of a stimulus to help everybody with the EBT, um, he can't do that just for people on
I was
EBT.
gonna say, what about those of us? I don't get any, I don't have any assistance whatsoever. So,
Right. I don't either. So he can't do something like that. And I
because
don't see him doing that. He would have to do something like that for everybody as a means of helping everybody, because the price of groceries are hurting everybody. So if he did some sort of a stimulus to help everybody because of groceries in general, that would be something he would have to do for everybody. Oh, I love what Chicago just said.
there you go. I didn't get a chance to play that, but if anybody has a chance at some point, there's a video of Senator Kennedy talking about why they did what they did, and the stuff that they wanted to add to fatten it from the Democratic side. This is his point of view and why they're doing what they're doing, because they would not allow certain things to be added. So that's where this came into play.
I think the one video I have here, I think she talks a little bit about some stuff on it. If anybody
Okay.
wants to hear it, I haven't listened to it in hours, but I think she hits a little bit on it. So
Mhm.
she's from, you know, the left coast, so don't hold this against me. But it's only, I think it's only like 2 minutes long. We'll find out.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on. I am done with work for the day, but before my daughter comes out from school, I wanted to talk about what happened this day and today, the 28th of
Jack off
October.
on the screen.
Today was the 13th try to reopen the government, and again, with the GOP clean funding bill, it was rejected. This would have kept the government open until November 21st, but it did lose and fail 54 to 45. No one changed position. You had one Republican who voted, Rand Paul, who was the only Republican who voted against the bill. You had two Democrats who voted for the bill, which was John Fetterman and Catherine, I believe it's Maestro. The Senate is set to meet on Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but there's no plan to vote at that time on a funding bill. So this will be after November 1st, and we have no anticipation as to when we're going to get our next vote. One of the largest labor unions in the United States is now calling on the lawmakers to reopen the government. He was quoted as saying that both parties have made their point and they have no clear end in sight. Mr. Everett Kelly, who is the president of the American Federation of Government Employees, represents 800,000 federal government workers. And the law states that federal employees who work without pay during a government shutdown are entitled to back pay. Well, Trump is saying now that he doesn't intend to pay all of them. He will pick and choose which ones he feels he will be paying. He said, for the most part, we're going to take care of the people. There are some people that really don't deserve to be taken care of, and we'll take care of them in a different way. Now, Trump said this on October 7th. Meanwhile, the president is still in Asia while we're going through all of this. Chuck Schumer and Jeffries asked last week to meet with the president, who declined. Mr. Trump said, or President Trump said, after they reopen the government, he would be more than happy to meet with them, but otherwise he will not meet with them until they reopen the government. So the Senate will vote Monday to confirm the two judicial nominees, but there is, again, no mention of them voting again to reopen the government. There was a lunch, or is a lunch happening today with J.D. Vance with the Republican senators. They will be talking on funding programming like SNAP, WIC, Head Start, and those other measures, like how they're going to pay some of the federal workers. I would anticipate, hopefully, that maybe this is a last ditch effort to try to save the SNAP program and other programs that are so necessary from failing and not being able to provide for all of the American citizens as of November 1st. The big breaking news is that as of right now, 25 states, including the District of Columbia also, have filed suit against Donald Trump's administration over the plans to hold the SNAP program. There's apparently a law that requires that the government must provide these funds for November. And while Trump is saying that these benefits will not be paid out, California, New York, Pennsylvania, these are just a few of the states that are asking a federal judge in Massachusetts to order the USDA to release those funds and to provide the benefits by using the contingency fund that we mentioned prior in another video. Simply put, they're saying the cutoff is unlawful and that it will not only deteriorate public health and well-being of our citizens, but it's going to cause so many more problems along the way, as well as economic decline, children's decline, senior decline. We have just a real epidemic happening here if SNAP does not open, if we can't get Head Start working and funding and continuing on. There's a lot at stake here, and we really have no more answers. So these are the updates as of 2 o'clock this afternoon on October 28th. I will keep you posted. I do check constantly. So if I do get anything new, about JD Vance's meeting with these Republican senators, I will let you know. Otherwise, if you have Instagram, feel free to also check me out at Up Close and Caffeinated at Instagram, where I will post more local New York State resources for those that are in need of help, SNAP assistance, food bank assistance, and things like that. Otherwise, I'll keep talking to you on TikTok, and I hope everyone tries to have a good day. My prayers go out to all of you, and we'll get through this.
Okay. Yeah, her page, I pulled that from her TikTok page, over Up Close and CAFF.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay.
I'm trying
Yes,
to. I'm making
okay.
a community
Everyone's
post.
over. Wait a minute, Terry. Wait a minute. Everyone's over where except. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I told you everyone's over on your page, Steve. Told you that was going to happen.
Thank you. No, is that what's happened?
Yep, everyone's over on your page.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rebrand.
Oh, no, it don't matter. I'm not the one who needs to get all the watch hours right now, so that's okay. We're still on a learning curve here.
Yes.
So
We
anyway,
definitely are on a learning curve.
yeah. So you know what? I thought she had something more relevant to say to what we were talking about. I put this up here so many hours ago. I was wrong, so I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, let's get wacky left coaster off the stage. Bye-bye.
I don't know what else to about that. I was thinking about something. Oh, the food banks. Okay, so all right, I made a post over on my community post that has how to find a food bank and how to find a food pantry links, plus other people who do low cost food recipe things for meals, stuff like that. So I was doing that while you were playing that. About the food bank, we had talked about that, and I apologize. Sorry, I was going to turn my camera back on and I yeeted myself. Anyway, learning curve. But one of the other things we talked about was that people don't want to use the food banks. They want to be able to purchase their own items and pick their own items and selections. And when you go to a food bank or a food pantry, and they are somewhat different.
And both B and I had written that note down, and
she said something, and I was like, "I have it too."
Yeah, we both said that. We both said that. So, you know, we're on the same wavelength.
But please use them if you need the food. Please use them, and then some of these websites have recipes that you can use the food that you don't really want to use to make something.
Electronic benefit transfer.
Where does Terry Lynn doesn't see me? Where? Am I not? I'm visible, right?
I see
EBT, electronic benefits. It's food stamps essentially. She's from Canada, so they don't do the EBT.
Yeah, it's some places call it EBT, some call it SNAP. It's just, you know, it just depends, you know, tomato, potato, you know, you know, except it's, you know, EBT or SNAP. Food stamps. It's got a different name. You know, YAMPs.
Yamps.
Yeah. Okay, now I'm in the StreamYard and it's just me and you on the stage, but I'm sitting on your page now since everybody's over on your page and there's something playing on the screen.
What do you mean?
I'm watching the EB. Oh, you know what?
You're not caught up.
Not on your screen. I'm not. I'm getting there.
See, I'm not on my screen. I'm only.
Well, I'm over there. I'm over there for the chat since
it's showing on the screen. It's tiny though. Can you see it?
Yeah. How'd that happen?
I don't know, but it's there.
Okay. Do we need it there? It's scrolling up the side of your face. I mean, it looks like it almost looks like you have a hanging Chad coming off your face.
I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm,
okay.
I'm eating them now.
So anyway, um, Betty, you said you have farmers. Let me scroll up and see what that was exactly. Will it let me? Let me see if I
What
can.
is farmers?
I gotta.
Um,
Here we go. Let me see if I could figure out how to do something here.
oh,
There. Okay, that's my first time ever doing that.
I don't know what you did. I was on a. I was looking at something. Oh,
I
look, you
I
can.
I put her comment up on the screen. That is the very first time I've ever done that. Big round of applause for Betty. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's the first time I've ever done that. Put a comment on the screen.
Now you have to keep track of it because to take it down, you have to click that one again.
In the same place?
Yeah. I'm not saying you have to take it down. I'm just telling you how to take it down.
Oh, okay. What's the star for?
To keep a comment that you want for later, and then it'll be over where you have it. Click at the top in StreamYard. We're learning lessons here, y'all. Over above the top of the comments, click the starred one, and it'll show you that comment. And then you just clicked it, so it removed it.
What?
The starred comment's no longer there.
It's no longer where? It's still on the screen.
Oh, no, it's on the screen, but there's a section that it saves it for you for later.
Oh, okay. In case after the stream's over, if I needed to come back to it for some reason, it
So
would.
like usually like my super chats and stuff, they'll be over there. So when I did that time when I went back and I thanked each one individually,
Oh,
I
okay,
would
okay.
read in from just that list of not through, I didn't have to go through every comment to find it. It left them over there. So they were just what I needed to see.
Okay, okay, I see. Okay, cool beans. Okay, so I just learned two things on one comment. Betty, you're a rock star for that. Thank you. Okay, now about the comment. Yeah, I'm rural too. I live in a county seat, but I'm also rural. I have like cornfields within a half mile, corn or soy within a half mile in any direction of my house. But on some of these videos, and of course I couldn't find it right now that I'm looking for it. I may have one in here, but some of these rioters and rowdy folks are saying that they're going to go out and start raiding the farms and get their food. How about that? They're going to start raiding these farms to get their food. Now, if they went out there and tried to get a cow, a hog, or chickens off of these farms, how many of these fools do you think really know how to process one of these animals? You know, and if they do try, I just hope they go into the field that has a bull in it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. So, but yeah, I mean that's uh, was the intentions of part of this talk was to talk about the level of foolishness and violence that they're talking. You know, yeah, they want to jump us in the parking lots to get our already purchased um, produce, but they're also talking about going in robbing from the farmers. You know, what's next? They want to come in and raid our homes. Oh yeah, they threatened that also.
That
Those are
already
our
happened. Yeah.
yeah, that's happened also. I mean, these freaks and fools are talking about violence to the extreme. You know, they're getting out of hand. And is it all talk? Or is it all just lip service? Or are some of these people actually planning or thinking that they're going to go out and do these things? And with the climate the way it is right now, how much risk do you take by, you know, going out of your house on these days? So, what do you do? Do you go out and, make a mad dash to the grocery store that'll cover you for the next, week or 10 days and hope that the shutdown ends in the next week or 10 days? Make sure you have all the groceries that you'll need. What's Gigi?
Good game.
Good game.
She's a gamer. I don't do games, but I know what she's saying.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Chicago.
You did the StreamYard. You learned something new.
Oh, okay.
Terry
But,
Lynn. I'm not on the right page. She said, where did it go? Sorry. I have to scroll to the bottom. I was on the other page reading the comments. Does everyone have gun rights? Was one of the.
Not if you're a felon. And most states you have to have a permit to carry or to conceal carry. Most states do not have open carry.
Texas does, by the way.
Texas does. Yeah, Texas does. There's a couple states that I don't know every state's rules because every state is different. But I don't know every state's. But hi Star. I don't know every state's rules and regulations. So there's no way for me to keep up on every state.
I'll just stay right here in the meantime because I know what I can do.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's scary. I don't want to shoot anyone over food or groceries. I don't want to harm anyone. I don't want to have these problems, but it's also very scary that it's a possibility that this is going to, people are threatening it is the problem. I don't think we just sit down and say, oh, I think people might do some bad things. It's the fact they're literally saying this on the internet. They're saying, we're going to do this. Be ready. Or not be ready. They don't even tell you to be ready, but they're saying, we're going to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm standing here and I'm talking tough, nobody's going to mess with me. I'm not going to, I'm armed. I'm this. But when you get down to it, I don't want to shoot somebody over a flipping banana, but I'm also not going to let somebody beat me up or take my stuff, I know that sounds stupid, but that's just the way it is. I know. Did that sound stupid? Sort of, kind of, but not. So, boy, it got quiet. It got quiet in here.
Did it?
Yeah.
You want to wake the neighbors in the other room?
No. That wasn't the quiet I was talking about.
I know. But if you need some noise, we know where to find it.
Don't we though? But going back to the comment, whichever one of us said it about the food bank. I don't think the food banks are going to get that much traffic because the entitled mouthpieces, they don't want the food banks. They want their yams where they can do what they want to do with it. If they want to sell them to do whatever they want to do with them, I think we're going to see a lot less eyelashes and fingernails for a while. And I hate to say that, but we know a lot of those YAMPS money do not go to its intended purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets spent on a lot of things where it shouldn't have. And nails are a bad example because you can buy a cheap pair of press-ons at the dollar store and make them look beautiful. And I will never begrudge a woman having their nails done, and even cheap eyelashes can be made to look nice if you have your makeup done nice. I will never begrudge a woman doing something like that if it makes themselves feel better.
Right.
Because men can go out and they could lift some boulders, get some muscles, and it don't cost them anything. And it does wonders for their self-esteem. Women need a little something to make themselves feel good. And it might cost a couple dollars. And other people think it costs a fortune, but for just a couple dollars, you can make yourself feel better. And I don't begrudge anybody that.
No. Amanda, I was reading about that today, and apparently not everywhere you have to work. You can also do job search, and it was you must have 80 hours a month, so that's 20 hours a week of either work or job search in order to receive benefits. No, well, it could be you know how our government it could be longer, or it could be, you know, within a week they say we've come to an arrangement or a deal, we've made concessions or what have you, and sign a deal and move forward. So right now it's for the foreseeable future starting November 1st, and it could end whenever they end it, or it could continue on as long as they want it to.
No, that's if you have as long as you have children that are under 14, though, that is waived, if I understood it correctly. So I guess I should have read those interpretations. Sorry, Terry, I know you don't like this. I guess I should have read those interpretations a little bit better for the food stamps, but the way I understand it is if you have children under 14, you're not expected to work. And I still think that's pretty damn generous.
Yeah, 14's pretty, I mean, without any disabilities or anything.
Yeah.
There's a month of volunteer job search or work, but you have to do something. It's not for freeloaders. I just think, okay, and Amanda, I'm not disagreeing with you at all, but I think with any program that our government comes up with, there is someone who can find a way around the system and a way to circumvent the rules at no matter what the program is. And any of them. But on the cars, so it's not each car, it's two. I mean, like you said, a two-parent. I'm sorry, I'm going back to her comment. It's a misconception about fancy cars. Your property is counted as income. You can only have 10,000 worth of property and be on food stamps, meaning two cars for two parents can't be over 10,000. Would that be $20,000 worth of cars? I mean, 10,000 each car, or are you saying the family can only have $10,000 worth of cars? Because that's a tight one.
When I lived in Cali, I worked. My ex was still in the military. I worked when we used food share.
I'm not laughing at y'all. Tira and Terry, stop it. I'm sorry.
I didn't even have to read up, and I knew it was going to be pussy talk.
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at this situation. Tira and Terry in the comments had got me laughing. I'm sorry. It's not funny what we're talking about.
I didn't start this one. Be glad it wasn't last night's conversation.
True. I was like, what are they talking about? And then I read it. And it made me laugh. I'm sorry.
I didn't even have to scroll up and knew what it was.
Well, all I saw was piss off, Tira. I was like, Terry Lynn's mad. And then I realized what was going on.
Oh, tell Tara what happened last time Chicago asked to see.
Oh, no. Don't ask to see her. No. Don't ask to see the cats. Nope. No, she said, let me see the cat. She didn't have. Oh, gosh. You're making me blush just thinking about it. Okay. Did she say, let me see it? And then you said no. And she said, let me see it. And you said no. And then you turned it on and you put the cat up there. And she kept leaning in to look at the cat. And she had the cat's ass up there. And Shy was leaning into it. Almost putting her nose in it if she was close enough. Oh, God. You're so bad. Oh, I don't know who's worse. Which one's causing the problems. $5,000 each car. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting back on topic. These people got me straying over here. You don't have 10,000 worth of all property. Of all of it combined, 10,000 per family. So you can only have 2 cars, not over 5K each.
Yeah, but on the first of the month, you go to any major grocer and you see everybody pulling up in their Lincolns and their Navigators and their well, that's the way it was when I still had kids. Now it's everybody pulling up in their their luxury Tahoes.
Yeah.
Not as nice as mine, no. But
So,
also,
okay, like, and I've seen that too. I'm not trying to talk over you. I'm trying, but I'm so confused because, okay, so like, if
I didn't
we fell on, I'm sorry, what?
I did not call her over here.
If we fell on hard times today, which I probably wouldn't qualify for anything anyway, but if we did, and I went in our pickup truck that's well over $10,000, and are people going to look at me because we have a nice vehicle, and then because I have it, I can't get assistance until I like get rid of it or something, or like what? How does that work? Like, I know a lot of people, and this is not the people we're talking, the people who are doing these hauls and stuff. Hi, Ann. The people who are doing the hauls and stuff
Hi, Ann.
are usually long-term recipients of funding of usually multiple sources, housing and food and, medical, usually, typically. But there's the ones that aren't. And then, like, how do they you can't, everybody's getting cut off, not just the ones that are abusing it, which we've seen and we're talking about because we did see a lot of it today, especially looking for information on this. Go ahead.
I know they're going to they look at your total assets. Okay, if you have something catastrophic happen,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they're not going to expect you just to upright sell everything before they render assistance because not everybody has an issue. Come on, you're terrorizing somebody. Not everybody has an issue that means that you're there and you're going to be needing assistance forever. So if you're in a situation where you're going to need help for a few months, they're not going to expect you to offload everything when you're in a situation where you need some temporary assistance. Okay, so that's it's not that cut and dry, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So Amanda is right, but it's not that cut and dry. So when you have to stop it, terror. So they have other things that they take into consideration. You go in and then there's deductions. They deduct different things, just like with your income taxes, you have all your different deductions. They go through a series of deductions, and then after they go through all these deductions, then they see if you've fallen within their levels.
Yeah.
I'm losing my words again, but then after
Income brackets and stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah. Once I do all these deductions, then they'll see if you meet the criteria. So it's not black and white. There are some shades of gray in there, but um, it's still tough. It's
I do
still tough.
believe that too, Amanda. She says a lot of the hauls are rage bait, and I do believe that there are some that are just doing it for content, clicks, and views, that they're not even really. I mean, I don't know. The one I watched, one that was pretty ragey, and they actually showed themselves at Sam's putting it on the EBT on the register of $657 or something like that. So it wasn't just a rage bait. It was actually, they showed them doing it with the register and receipt and everything. But I do see that. But then, okay, like the ones that are doing it for content, are they not making any money off that content? I mean, I know what I'm making. It's nothing that I would be able to, probably would not even throw me off of food stamps if I was on it,
Oh, they
So,
are, but they're not reporting it. And then like the Quay lady, you know, then, you know, she got busted, and a couple others were getting busted because they're bragging, you know, and they have the gall and the nerve. Thanks, taxpayer, for paying for my seafood boil on EBT. And people, they're pissing people off, and people are figuring out who they are. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's people out there staking out the name of the seafood joint just to wait for these people to come back in and pay for EBT, because and you'll see when I do get that video up eventually. They're putting the name of these seafood joints that are accepting EBT. They're putting they're fully doxing the name of the seafood joints.
Hmm.
You know, and you know damn good and well that they're putting investigators at those places.
Well, they also have, that's just and I forgot all about that till I remembered a place in our hometown. They were allowing people to essentially sell food stamps and then buy cigarettes and other things with them by having like a deli counter inside their gas station, small convenience store, and they would write it off as a food item and then give them the money to buy, you know, beer and cigarettes with. So there's always a way to circumvent the situation, or a bad person that's gonna, they had to pay more for that than, you know, I don't know what cigarettes, what, $10 a pack, just some rounded numbers, and they would charge 15, so they make some money off of them, but charge it to the deli versus what they actually purchased. So there's stores that are doing negative stuff too.
There's always someone scamming and figuring out a way to scam the scammers.
Mm-hmm. Is it the same one every time? I haven't been paying attention. I just keep watching the arm go. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
This is my therapy cat.
Oh, it gives you exercise. I'm sorry.
She's the one who's always, she likes the boob perch.
Mm.
That's where she likes to hang out.
Throw her up there and let her hang out.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying not to, you know, send Terry away in you know, convulsive fits. So, but anyway, so continuing on with this crisis the way it is, and these crazy people who said what now?
Terry Lynn don't mind the light colored one because she can at least see that one.
You can see all of them. I have a white carpet. You can see everybody in here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Betty. I hope you feel better and come back and join us another time. Get well.
Betty, thanks for being here. We really appreciate the support. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Feel better. But I lost my train of thought. And Betty, thank you for letting me learn how to do two things at the expense of your first comment. Well, not first comment, but you know what I mean.
Using your comment to learn two new things.
Yeah. What the hell is going on out there? I don't know if I'm going to get ready to lose electric or what. There's like an electric bucket truck out there, and they have a minibus parked in my front yard. And now the lights are flashing. Yeah.
Maybe they're looking for you.
No, that would be the red and blue lights flashing if they were looking for me.
They're trying to sneak up on you.
No, can't. That wouldn't work either. Weird. Anyway, so let's see. I do have a map of which states, if anybody is concerned about their specific state and has a concern, you know, like if their friends or family. Okay, rain's coming. If they have concerns, you know, friends and family that you know is getting benefits, you know, if they need information on that, we do have a map of, you know, what states gets what. So, we could pull that information up.
Okay.
B has found some terrific resources, and
They are on my community tab, and they will be on my community tab. I mean, you can post them here too, but if you want to, but I'm just saying I made a clickable links on my community tab, and they're all posted there for.
See, that's why I'm the sidekick. She's on it.
No, I was working on it while you were showing your last video.
Oh, well, better.
I was behind. I was still behind, but I got it done. That's the important part, right?
As long as we get it done.
So on my community post at the links are channels that are cooking channels essentially, and there are links to each of the channels, and then at the very bottom of that list there's two, and one is to find food banks and the other one is to find food pantry, and you just click on that link and then put in your zip code and it'll tell you the closest ones to you.
So, and as you all know, going to a food pantry, you usually do not have a choice in what you get. You get what they give you. And there's not usually much selection in that.
Well, do you think, and I don't know, is a food pantry the same as a food bank? Because to me, like the churches, we donate stuff to the churches, macaroni and cheese and kind of more kid friendly foods is, and then we have a little bit of extra adult food. But is the food pantry, you can pick what you want, right? A food bank, you get the box, like the staple food.
That's what I would think, but with things the way they are right now, I don't think they're going to provide that luxury. I think they're going to be setting out boxes. They're going to be
Hey mom, I'm coming in.
you can't make this shit up. Well, at least do a good massage back there. I think they're going to be setting up boxes and they're going to be going down the rows and just tossing shit in the boxes. Kind of like a I lose my words again.
Assembly line.
Assembly line. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how they're going to be doing it.
So
and,
Star,
if they're letting you go in and pick up, in the food pantries in California, what do they need the National Guard for? They don't need the National Guard if they're letting you go in.
This look. I'm sorry. Look like you get ready to be used for a cat litter box by that the way it was positioned on your neck. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Star said it's just so sad because the amount of help people get isn't enough anyway. Then there are people who have found a way to get all this extra help. It's frustrating to see the entitlement. That is very much. And Heather says that her pantry, you can pick what you want out of what they have, at least for now. Food bank is a company. Food pantry is where you go to get free food. See, so because like we have them, like our pantry here is usually a church or a small organization that has had community donation type thing, where the food bank is where the actual food comes from, the government assistance food. Because like one of our aunts was getting the food bank box because of her age and different things, and it's from the one that I have, not Feeding America. Yeah, it is. It comes from the North Texas Food Bank is where it comes from. But I was telling you earlier, it has like a bag of rolled oats, a bag of rice, a bag of beans, 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of green beans, maybe a spinach. Sometimes there's yams. Sometimes there's, different canned vegetable, potato, a bag of powdered milk. Usually it has chicken, tuna, or salmon canned.
Well,
Not together. One or the other. One of those. Not.
Yeah, this is a good time of year to start getting a lot of root crops and gourds and stuff. So hopefully the banks and pantries will have that, and that's all long stuff that'll stay in stored. It has to be right.
Words are hard right now. I know words are hard.
Yeah, you'd think I've been drinking or something. More than coffee, I should say. But yeah, that's all stuff that can stay in storage for quite a bit. So, anybody can leave their cash to getting, the meat products.
Bye, Ann.
Bye, Ann. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to do those YouTube-y things.
We have that too, Terry Lynn. I just don't know where that usually goes to something more local, where you go to the grocery store and you can buy food and then put it in a big bin at the register. We do that like at back to school time with school supplies, but they also do it around Christmas and Thanksgiving for meals and stuff too. But that's not food bank food here. That's normally just a local charity handout.
Oh, Amanda, there's a woman on TikTok that does rage baiting. She even says it in her profile. And what she's doing is, her name's Courtney something. And I first saw her on YouTube. Somebody was putting her in on YouTube, and then she was all over the place on YouTube. It was a genius move she made. And doing the rage baiting. And, if you watch her videos, and when she was appearing on everybody, she had 11 kids, has all these luxury vehicles, and she was making snark because all these people on TikTok that are, I get all this money in food stamps, and I have 9 kids, and every one of them has a disability, and I get all these disability checks, and she's just doing parodies of them.
It's just content.
Yeah, she's doing parodies of them, and she even says in her bios that she's rage baiting. And if you only saw one, my little temperature gauge went from 0 to red when I watched one of her videos, and it made me go look for her on TikTok. And when I found her, I read her bio. She's a rage baiter.
She had done that about losing her house or something too, or the Section 8 or something. Even went further than the food. I'm sorry to hear that, Heather. I really am. Heather's lost her job this month, unfortunately. Got approved for food stamps while she's looking for a new job, and now this happens. It's definitely horrible timing.
I'm real sorry.
Make sure you look at the links. I'm assuming that you're in America, but the links to find food banks and food pantries near you, and it's on my community post at the very bottom. There's a lot of clickable links, but it says to find a food bank and to find a food pantry. Take advantage of them. I mean, even if it's something you're not going to eat, pass it to your neighbor, but take the stuff out that you'll eat and at least have something to supplement.
Yeah, and B and I were also talking between the two of us. We're gonna figure out some different ways to spread out some what's the right way to say it?
Content that will help during the shutdown. Assistance. It's not really assistance. It's do what?
That's not exactly the way I was thinking.
Yeah, I know, but
said. Some um, better spread out meals.
Mm.
Well, that didn't work. Um,
Low cost meals to spread the food over time. How's that? Cheaper meals.
I didn't want to say cheap meals because it's
No,
yeah.
low cost. How to use things that you might get at the food bank or food pantry that you normally don't cook with, maybe because you need to do that. You need to teach us how to use more rice and beans and lentils.
And that came up because I get a church box. They send me a church box because I'm old and I'm a disabled vet. And I showed B what comes in my church box once a month.
Trash. I mean, I would eat it, don't get me wrong, but as far as like to sustain somebody or to help somebody in a it's like a
They're
gift.
trying to kill me. They're
Yeah.
trying to kill me.
God
You know,
forbid if you had diabetes. I mean, come on.
well that's what I mean. What are some of the big things that kill older people that were most of us are already diabetic, have heart disease, and what's the other one? There's another one in there. But yeah, it's well, actually, you know what? I could I if they come for me, try to come and rob my house, I'll just set that box out there. They'll walk away on a sugar high.
Yeah.
They're like, I got my problem solved for at least the first 5 minutes of
I mean,
the
it's nice of them to give you that. I mean, that's not it's a nice gesture, but if it's for the intention, my thought process, it's for a senior to assist them. It's not how's giving a box of sweets and assistance. I mean, it's a gift.
well, that's how I feel. I mean, I'm grateful and appreciative of the thoughts, but I can't eat it.
Yeah,
So
there's
when before my neighbor Don you passed away, and he passed away. He was what 93. He used to love all the sweets that were in there, so I'd give him all the sweets. It's like it doesn't go to waste. And when the grands come, I think they're coming next weekend. When they come, they'll get the sweets. And
yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. Well, if you had, but I didn't want to put that out there. Heather, don't there is judgment that comes along with it. I'm not going to lie to you and say there isn't. And we've had some judgment here tonight because of what we went looking for the extreme EBT shoppers and hauls. So in the extreme of what we were looking for, not just a normal person that needs EBT, but the people who are doing it to the extreme and buying Quay party of 9, she was buying just $1,000 worth of muffins and snacks and stuff
oh, put that
because
video up. Let him see that video. I'm sorry. See, I did it again. I interrupted
no,
you.
I'm looking for them.
But yeah, we're talking the extremes because you know we're definitely not complaining about people that legitimately need help. I mean,
No, this
everybody
was a
needs help. Everybody needs help now and then, but when you take advantage of it and you abuse it,
yeah.
that's where the problem is. Or when you expect it, or you act like you're entitled. But you see this EBT haul, and
Hello, Into the Weeds.
hey, Into the Weeds.
So, do you want me to play this little
Well,
TikTok?
yeah, if you want to.
Oh, where's the sound? Sorry, y'all. Okay, I don't know where your buttons are on the.
Oh, there it is.
What does it say? Can't unmute because I'm not. You have to do it apparently.
I just did.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
this
back.
is
It's mean for you because what you got is sacred. Some energy is just too good to waste it. Remember, the bigger the heart means the bigger the target. And Cupid ain't the only one shooting, so make sure you keep that good heart guarded. So many will want to touch you, but few will be prepared to hold you. And remember, it ain't no warranty on the broken dreams they sold you. never there when you call them. So why you still calling them?
French toasted.
It be ulterior motives and hidden agendas, hoping that it all pay off in the end. I'm not listening, I'm just hoping that you listen. We in the belly of the beast, this world getting wicked. Stay in your truth, cause there's so much fake. Real love is rare and all the good ones getting taken. And I know change can be scary, but it's inevitable when you grow. So keep your family close, keep your coochie, keep your clothes.
Okay, I'm gonna go closer.
Even when you stack it, remember that you gotta save your soul. Save some youth for you.
Okay, Sprite.
Because you are sacred. Your love is too real to
Kool-Aid.
let anybody
Yeah.
waste it.
We got one of them did it. We got
Chicken.
chicken wings, peaches. With
What,
juices,
within,
got 2 cases of these.
what, 5 to 10 minutes before we started, we found out just how bad her story turned.
A box of Sam's brand chips. Say that bit over.
I don't think she's bragging right now, do
They
you?
got these chips.
Are you talking about for the arrest?
For Quay here. I had said in the last, like the last 5 to 10 minutes. Did you pause that?
I did. I was trying to hear you. I was trying to hear you.
You know, like, I don't think I hit that button. But in like the last 5 to 10 minutes before we started this evening, we found out her story really took a turn from when she did this video. And I don't think she's doing too much bragging about her EBT hauls anymore. Do you?
Oh, is this the apartment? Okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is the same woman with the, you know, the apartment and
Yeah.
um you said the record, you saw the
Oh, I put it was it's almost a year at the end of 2024. She was arrested for essentially stalking one of her baby daddy's girlfriends.
Oh, okay. So timeline's a little bit loopy here,
Yeah,
but
no.
like,
It was a December, but it was 2024.
yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, October. I'm off of my time. October 2024 was her arrest. But then you were saying they saw her videos and they said she had too many people in that small apartment
Yep.
and said she had to move to a bigger one, but she would have to pay more money.
And the bigger ones were on a higher level, but she's afraid of heights, so that wouldn't work. And apparently now she moved to living in a vehicle
Where's the
and
kids?
in a vehicle. And
You'd need a
I didn't
school
have
bus for 9 kids.
no kidding. But I didn't have time to do any other follow up on her because I was trying to get
I know
everything.
we were rushed, y'all. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, last minute plan. We you know, we're on a curve here. But no, Terry, see, you were allowed to get anything as long as it wasn't cooked food. You know, which is how were people getting all these seafood boils, you know, but they were. But
Mhm.
these rules were changing starting October 1st, I believe, where you weren't allowed to start, you know, and this is due to Kennedy didn't want anybody being able to get all this junk food because
Snacks and sugars and
yeah, we're making America healthy again. You weren't allowed to start getting you weren't allowed to get all the junk food. You weren't allowed to get all the sodas or pop, depending on where you are. And people were freaking out. What do you mean I can't get my cookies and pop and stuff? You know, so that was like the first wave of the EBT meltdown. And now we're in another wave of the EBT meltdown because EBT's been shut down because of the shutdown. So it's another layer of the meltdown, but for a different reason.
Mhm.
You know,
I was
and I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it was just something that struck me. All these people who were buying on the today when I was looking through these videos, they all bought a product called Chomps. Have you ever heard of Chomps?
Chomps.
They're they're like a Slim Jim, a beef stick, a turkey stick, but the similar stick of a Slim Jim is the old school,
Yeah.
and they're expensive, like really expensive. And they were buying them like by the bags of them, and it's like, I can't afford that. It's crazy. Like the stuff that they buy that the working class can't afford the stuff they're buying or the snacks or I just don't understand.
Well, that's what kills me. Yeah. I know when my kids were younger and I was when living in Pittsburgh, used to love going shopping down in the Strip District. That's where Woolies Fish Market was, and it was big the big place you can go to get all the best and the freshest meat and the freshest produce coming into the city.
Mhm.
And if you make the mistake of going down there the first of the month, which is when all the best sales were, but you go down there, and everybody's coming in to get their stuff, and you see people filling up their carts, and I'm looking at these carts. They got the most beautiful cuts of meat, and I mean, I'm just drooling looking at these cuts of meat, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I can get that. And then you see them paying with food stamps, and I'm like, what the hell? Because these people are wearing fur coats, gold chains, rings, and I mean, stacked. They got on the fur coats, the nice leather hats, and then you see them pulling away in Cadillacs and Lincolns. And it's like, you've got to be kidding me. Here I am, I'm young, I'm married, I've got, I think we had 4 kids at the time. I don't remember if the girls were up there with us when this first happened, because I had stepdaughters, and we're just making it. We're struggling. We're making it though. We're not getting any public assistance,
Mhm.
and we're making it. And these people are paying and getting all this better food than I can afford, and they're paying with food stamps. And it doesn't matter what color they were, because it was all colors,
Yeah.
and it never changed. It's always like that, and it's still like that. That yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. But then again, you look at the size of the majority of the people that I see doing these EBT hauls, they're all heifers.
It's like at first I had to register that through my brain.
Yeah, because they eat garbage. They're not eating healthy. They're eating garbage. Garbage in, garbage out.
I can
Sorry,
get that on healthy food though.
And I like junk food just as much as everybody else does, but I don't eat it all the time.
Yeah.
It's in
I think
moderation.
like, okay, so we've had a single mother in our chat, well, a couple single mothers in our chat, and another. Well, I guess you're single too because you have child support. I'm not putting anything on you, but we've had people in our chat talk about how they couldn't get food stamps, or they get the minimal, these little low ball amounts and stuff. I feel like that's because there's so many people that are taking advantage of the system and taking funds that they shouldn't have. I think there would be more to go around for everybody at this point, if they okay, so the way I see it from where I came from, the small town, and I don't know anybody in the city since then, but so I'm gonna base it on that. They had generational Section 8, they had generational food stamps, welfare, Medicaid, different, they were born with it and they live with it, and they're passing it on to their children, this way of life of living on the system. And I'm just talking about where that small town I grew up in. So they don't even try to get off and get a job, or why would they? They've always lived this way. They've always had the means given to them. So what
God
would make you want to
forbid
get off of it?
yourself. God forbid you try to do better for yourself. Oh, much better.
Uh-oh.
I zoomed in on my screen, so now I'm actually looking at the screen that has the camera.
Okay. But you don't have your
I
rebrand picture. Your avatar's not up.
didn't touch it.
Oh, well, your camera's off. There you go. There you
But
go.
no, but I didn't touch anything.
Well,
Oh,
your camera went off.
well, let me see what I did.
10-ounce ribeye steak here can easily cost you $26 minimum. I was looking at two. Well, no, one. It was a round steak. It wasn't even a good steak, and it was like $15 on markdown. I was like, no, thank you. They did have some $8.99 a pound T-bone, but then they weren't that good a cut either. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this. You're back.
I have no idea what happened, but I went from losing my screen to, yeah, it was weird. Okay. When computers go weird. Okay.
Do you want Quay removed and move on to something else, or what do you want to do?
I'm not touching the computer right now because it's back. So you do what you want to do right now.
This is not my show. Stop it.
No, my computer just went retarded on me. Sorry. A computer could be retarded. No, it's an inanimate object.
Hello, White Russian.
Hi, White Russian. Do we know you? Or you
Yes. No, she's been around.
Okay.
She's been around. I don't know what these other videos you have for. I mean, like what the context is. What's the porcupine? I don't know what these.
He's the snarky white guy that was basically he'd be sitting in the parking lot, and you want to mess with people in the parking lot. Guess who's going to be sitting out there?
Oh, is that the one you showed me earlier? Is that him?
Yeah.
No, I thought he was the. Oh, that's that same. Never mind.
Yeah. No, retiree benefits. I think he had a little bit of a message about what's going on right now.
Mhm.
I think he was informational. See, I watched this so many hours ago, and I didn't write down notes.
I don't know what they are, so I don't know what to like preface
Yeah,
it or.
but I think he had a little bit of a economical message, a message on economics, on how this is going on. So I think it was more informational.
Mm-hmm.
We can start listening to it, and it's not like we can't stop it if we don't want to hear it.
Unlike us.
Yeah, that's right, because you have to listen to us.
Yep.
Or you could just go boop and click out.
There you go.
But don't do that. We like you.
No, you're forced to be here.
Yes. We've changed you to our chat. Even though you are all in B's chat and not mine. That's okay. I'm just not going to click the button to share next time. No, I'm kidding. So, but yeah, we could put it up there, and if nobody wants to hear it, just type the solution to pi in the chat, and we'll stop it. Everybody should know that, right?
No.
Well, here's the bad news that nobody's talking about. Only 8 states are stepping up to help SNAP recipients this November during what could be the worst food assistance crisis in decades. While 42 million Americans depend on food stamps to feed their families, most states are leaving people in the dark about what's happening with their benefits. If you're on SNAP, you need to hear this right now, because what happens in the next few weeks could determine whether you can put food on the table for Thanksgiving. Stay with me, because I'm going to break down exactly which states are offering help, what kind of assistance is available, and what you need to do if your state isn't on this list. Hey everyone, my name is Tony, and I'm a government benefits expert. For over 9 months, I've been helping people navigate the complex world of Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other critical assistance programs. I've worked directly with thousands of families during benefit crises, and I know exactly how confusing and stressful this situation can be. That's why I'm here, to cut through the noise, give you the facts, and make sure you have a clear action plan. I create content on this channel to help people like you get the benefits you deserve and understand your rights during uncertain times. Before we dive into this, do me a quick favor. Drop a comment below and let me know your city and state. I want to know where you're watching
Don't do
from
that.
and whether your state is on the list I'm about to share. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, welcome back.
Don't do that.
I'm glad you're here.
We respect your privacy.
Your engagement helps this content reach more people who desperately need this information right now. All
He's
right,
just a nosy
let's dig in.
busybody.
Here's what's happening right now with SNAP benefits across the country. Due to ongoing federal funding issues, the majority of states are facing serious challenges with food stamp distribution this November. The USDA has confirmed that without additional congressional action, many SNAP recipients could experience delays or disruptions in their benefits. This is crisis territory. We're talking about 42 million people who depend on these benefits to survive. But here's where it gets interesting. 8 states have decided they're not going to wait around for the federal government to figure this out. These states are using their own funds or emergency measures to make sure their residents don't go hungry this month. Let me walk you through each state and what they're doing. State 1. Virginia's governor has declared a state of emergency and confirmed that SNAP benefits will continue to be paid despite federal funding uncertainties. The state is using its own resources to provide food benefits until the situation is resolved. There are approximately 827,000 SNAP recipients in Virginia who will be protected by this decision. State 2. California is fast-tracking $80 million in funds specifically for food banks. Governor Newsom has even deployed the National Guard to help distribute food to those in need. With 5.38 million SNAP recipients in the state, California is taking the most aggressive approach to prevent a food crisis. State 3. New York is putting $30 million in state funds to support over 16 million meals. With 2.9 million people on food stamps in the state, this emergency funding is designed to bridge the gap through food banks and community organizations until federal benefits resume. State 4. Colorado Governor Jared Polis has requested the state legislature authorize $10 million from the state's general fund to support food banks. This will help the 584,000 SNAP recipients in Colorado access emergency food assistance during the shutdown. State 5. Louisiana has declared a state of emergency and is providing limited SNAP benefit payments from late October through early November. With nearly 850,000 recipients in the state, Louisiana is doing what it can with state funds to cover at least part of the gap. State 6. New Mexico has allocated $8 million for food banks under Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's emergency order. The state's 451,000 SNAP recipients will have access to emergency food assistance through expanded food bank operations. State 7. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz has approved $4 million for food banks to help the state's 453,000 SNAP recipients. Minnesota is focusing on expanding food bank capacity rather than direct benefit payments. State 8. New Hampshire is partnering with the state food bank to increase SNAP recipients' access to food through mobile food pantry programs. The state is setting up dedicated mobile pantries specifically for the 76,900 SNAP participants, with locations being identified across the state. Now here's what you need to understand. These states are taking different approaches. Some, like Virginia and Louisiana, are actually paying SNAP benefits directly. Others, like California, New York, and Colorado, are funneling money through food banks to provide emergency food assistance. The end goal is the same: making sure people don't go hungry, but the method matters when it comes to how you'll access that help. Now let's talk about what this really means and why this situation is so unprecedented. Here's the thing. The federal government has a $5 billion contingency fund specifically designed for situations like this. It's essentially a rainy day fund meant to keep SNAP benefits flowing during government shutdowns or funding gaps. But according to official USDA statements, they've confirmed they will not be using that contingency fund to continue SNAP payments. That's a choice, not a lack of resources. This puts the burden squarely on individual states to decide whether they're going to step up and help their residents or leave them to figure it out on their own. And what we're seeing is a patchwork response across the country. Some states, particularly those with larger budgets and more progressive leadership on social programs, are taking immediate action. But let's be realistic. Most states don't have unlimited resources. California can afford to deploy $80 million because of its massive state budget. Smaller states or those already running budget deficits simply can't do the same thing. This creates a situation where your zip code determines whether you eat this month. If you live in Virginia or California, you're protected. If you live in one of the 42 other states that haven't announced emergency measures, you're on your own, at least for now. Let me also address the numbers here because they're staggering. More than 62% of SNAP recipients live in households with children. 37% include older adults or people with disabilities. And 38% are part of working families, meaning these aren't people who refuse to work. They're people whose jobs simply don't pay enough to cover both rent and food. When we talk about disrupting SNAP benefits, we're talking about hungry children, elderly people skipping meals, and working parents forced to choose between gas money to get to work and feeding their kids dinner. This isn't abstract policy. This is real human suffering. The political finger-pointing doesn't help anyone. Republicans blame Democrats. Democrats blame Republicans. Meanwhile, 42 million people are stuck in the middle wondering if they'll be able to eat next week. What frustrates me most is that this was preventable. The contingency fund exists for exactly this reason. The fact that it's sitting unused while families go hungry is a policy choice, not a necessity. So what does this mean for you? Let's get practical, because that's what matters right now. If you live in one of the 8 states I mentioned, first, understand exactly what kind of help your state is offering. Is your state paying SNAP benefits directly, or are they funding food banks? If it's direct benefits, check your EBT card on your normal deposit date. Your payment should come through. If your state is funding food banks, you'll need to locate the nearest food bank or mobile pantry and visit them for assistance. If your state is not on this list, don't panic, but do take action immediately. Here's your step-by-step plan. Step 1. Contact your local food bank. Food banks across the country are aware of this situation, and many are preparing to meet increased demand. Visit feedingamerica.org to find food banks in your area. Call ahead to find out their hours and what documentation you need to bring. Step 2. Reach out to local churches and community organizations. Many churches operate food pantries, especially during the holiday season. They're ramping up for Thanksgiving already, and they can provide emergency food assistance even if your state isn't providing official help. Step 3. Contact your state representatives. Call your state legislators and tell them your story. Ask them what your state is doing to help SNAP recipients. Pressure from constituents can push states to take emergency action. Don't underestimate the power of speaking up. Step 4. Look into emergency assistance programs. Many counties and cities have emergency food assistance programs separate from SNAP. Contact your county social services office and ask about emergency food vouchers or one-time assistance programs. Step 5. Budget what you have. If you received your October SNAP benefits, stretch them as far as possible. Buy shelf-stable items, dried.
I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Do you have the ability to change the speed or do anything with it once it's in there?
No, and I was thinking that like
Because
minutes
it's not being transformed with it just they're likely to, I mean, I don't know. They can strike, but it's not being transformed, or you can speed it up or do different things with the.
No, and that's something I'll learn for the next video. You know, to speed it up, we'll need to break it up a little bit more. But Yeah, they're pretty much saying everything that we already said. I think we said
Mhm.
it more eloquently because we're better and we're badder. But
Yeah.
they did have a little bit of different information in there than we did. So I don't know how they going to strike because that's a separate screen record. It doesn't have any tags on it.
I don't know, honestly, because I don't have the paid version of where it just where you put a clip in it. So when I'm doing it, it's playing from a thing, and YouTube has a AI that picks up things and then tells the
Oh, okay. Yeah, their AI will catch it.
yeah, like I have a screen being a creator. Once you get to the monetization, you have a screen that you can click on and see if anybody's using your material and how much of it, what percentage of it, and
Right,
if it's picking it up through the AI.
right. Oh, he can make a claim and get any money. It's not like I'm making any money off of him.
Yeah.
Oh, that could affect you though. I'm sorry. We'll figure it out.
I just don't have any way to do anything with it. So
Yeah, we'll figure it. Well, we're on a learning curve. We'll figure it out.
we're learning here, folks.
Yes, we're learning here. This dual thing makes it double trouble for us.
That's
Okay,
a new learning curve.
it is. But man, I lost my train of thought
I'm
again.
sorry.
No, no, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. I did it. You're laying on my crochet bag. You realize that?
I'm not real good at it, but I do now try to keep a notepad on my thing in front of me. So if I think of something that I can like jot it, just a even shorthand me a note that like remember this or you want to talk about that when this is over. Or, I know. I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I do that so I can try to keep my brain straight because I can shoosh go off somewhere else.
There's like I'm gonna have to time the delay, but there is a significant delay
In
between what I'm seeing. Like when I held that notepad up,
mhm.
when you said where you said something that made me think that you saw me holding that up to when it just showed on the screen here.
Remove yourself from the not from don't kick yourself from the whole studio. Just click the remove and then add yourself back to the stage and see if that helps pick it up. Now you don't have a camera, so it's hard to tell if there's anything. Somehow you keep losing your camera.
Yeah, what the hell?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
There you are. Now hold something up and see if it changed any. The cat's moving, so I know you're not frozen.
It took 10 seconds before it popped back up on my screen camera. So, but you saw me.
Yeah.
But before it actually popped up
So
on
when
my,
you're doing your hand, is it where you are doing it?
it is on my, it is on my,
Oh no, there's always a delay on the from StreamYard to YouTube.
yeah, it's a big delay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's partly like that time I got P-bombed, you know.
Mhm.
I can stop it before the audience can see it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Love the learning curve.
Are you laughing at me, Terry Lynn? Yeah, we're both on StreamYard.
Yes.
Are you laughing at my P-bomb that I got? It was a witty witty BDT bomb too.
Everybody's over on B's. What watch time am I getting?
You'll get some.
From who? Even I'm on your damn channel.
Don't laugh. Make me laugh at her.
So no, from what I read, see, I thought everybody was gonna oh wait a minute, no. Into the Weeds is on my channel. So Amber's on my channel. So I'll get her watch hours. Thank you, Amber. So I thought from what I read, it sounded like everybody, all the chatters would show up on one channel is the way it sounded to me. So because I had asked you that in email last night.
I had no idea, but they are showing up. If you look at the chat on the StreamYard, the one to the, are you on comments?
Yeah.
Not private chat or any of those. If you're on comments, then you'll see both of them over there.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's showing up in comments.
Mm-hmm.
But Terry said she can't see anybody and see anything. So, you know,
well, she couldn't see Into the Weeds because she was on your channel. But I could see her in the comments of the over here. StreamYard comments.
okay, so we could see everybody shows up in
StreamYard. Mm-hmm.
But depending on, they can only see the chatters for where they're at.
No, well, yeah, because she's not on stream. If she would have looked at the screen where they're over here to the where it says 8 states just said yes, and then you look to the right of that, and it has the comments there.
Yeah,
it showed up on there. Also,
okay, so that's why you added the
I didn't add those. I don't know where those came from.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't even know how to do that on my own channel.
Oh, so we have to figure this out.
Oh, I see it over here. Look at the top of, we're learning, folks. We're learning. At the top of the chat.
Comments on stage?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah. Oh. Look at that.
See, now if you take those off, then they can't see Into the Weeds in the comments because they're on my channel and she's not on my channel. So then, but she hasn't commented since she said hello to you.
Right.
Oh, you made it bigger.
Hey, you know what they say.
Everything's bigger in Texas. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right. We're back on rhinos, aren't we?
Oh, look at Terry Williams, number 1. I'm not talking about rhinos.
There you go. Okay, what's that other little doohickey up there?
We're going to be yeeted pretty soon. She's playing with buttons now.
Okay, that's no big deal. Okay, there you go. So, okay, was there any other? Ryan is purple. This dude right here, he's just someone who, I guess he used to be an online grifter.
Who?
Ryan is purple. This is one of the other videos I added. He used to be an online grifter.
Mm-hmm.
Decided that he would rent a car and go out and DoorDash and deliver Walmart groceries. And he's pretty much telling people, get your lazy butt out there and you can do the same thing. But I don't think we hit on anything that was necessary. I was just, you know, his video was interesting and I put it up there. But that's what that one is. I don't remember what the off-topic show is. Do we want to watch the EBT threat? That's that one woman. Do you remember her?
No.
No?
Oh, the threat. Yes. That's short, right?
Yeah, I think she's only like maybe a minute and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about how to better label this. Let me see. No.
He ain't gonna touch me. He ain't gonna touch my shit. I will know for the ones that are planning on going out November 1st to these grocery stores and causing chaos. If I am at Walmart or any other grocery store and you dare to approach me when I leave that store or even in that store, you're going to leave in a body bag. And I promise you that. You're going to get a one-way ticket, speed dial to meet Jesus, because you ain't going to touch my shit. You ain't going to touch me. You ain't going to touch my shit. I will send you so quick to meet Jesus, you won't even be able to blink. So don't try me. Y'all, be safe out there. It's going to get crazy. The amount of videos that I have actually seen over just the past couple of days of people talking about how they're planning to go to Walmart and do all kinds of crazy shit. They're planning on going to Walmart and stealing groceries. They're planning on going to Walmart and waiting for people to come out of Walmart with full carts of groceries, and then they're going to steal them. I seen a woman of color making a video talking about robbing white people leaving the grocery stores, or just in general, just when they're out in public. Yeah, it's gonna get fucking scary. So y'all stay alert, stay awake, be safe. If you can order your groceries online and have it delivered to your house, do it. That's what I do. I hate going to Walmart. I hate going into public stores. I hate big crowds, and this is why. And this is exactly why I order my groceries and I have it delivered. Or I order them and I pick them up myself. Just stay safe, guys. It's going to get scary and it's going to get worse.
Hi, Gail. Welcome.
Hi, Gail.
They're going to shut their doors and only do pickups or deliveries. I don't know. It keeps going around different what they're going to do about it.
Oh, Chicago's back.
She's just been in the wings over there. Do groceries today and avoid November 1st. Yes. I'm definitely not going to the grocery store. But also, someone better not approach me. Don't do that.
Yeah, I've heard some talk about that. But realistically, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, I just don't see that happening.
You never know what people are going to do out here. I mean, I don't think that one person is going to do something. If it's going to happen, it's going to be in a mob mentality. And they're trying to gather people is what they're, I mean, that's the only way it's going to be successful to them. But that's what they're trying to do also.
I'm hoping it's just a lot of tomfoolery, TikTok talk.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody is stupid enough to try any of this, I hope it ends up being like a lifetime ban on benefits for doing anything. That's stupid. I really do. And that's harsh, but it's not harsh enough. Because you go out there and think you're going to assault people because your government benefits are being delayed because of what's going on right now. They're not taking your benefits away from you. They're not stripping you of your benefits. Your benefits are being delayed because of politics right now. It's not because they're not taking them from you.
Right.
They're delayed. Okay. it's not personal to you, okay? And you're going to go out there and you're going to threaten to start eating. And right now, these threats of cannibalism are being directed at white people.
I haven't heard that one.
Oh yeah, I heard that one.
Even when I was doing my searching today, that did not cross my path today. So
This was from I think it was 2 days ago, and those videos were either deleted or they were yeeted.
how do you
So
keep losing your camera?
I think my laptop might be overheating.
Oh, okay.
I think that might be what it is, because I
You
have
can just
so
do
many
your
tabs.
avatar. Turn the camera off so that it's got something there. Looks
Okay,
like you're disappeared. There you go.
yeah, because I have so many tabs open still.
Same. I can't even count how many I got open up here.
Yeah, multiple tabs, and I have multiple browsers open, multiple browser windows open with multiple tabs in each of those windows too. So that's probably why.
Mhm.
I'm speculating, but yeah, they
Josephine.
yeah, I saw the threat to start eating white people. Now I do think that was an extreme, but you never know because it's getting pretty heated out there. And then you have the threatening the violence when people get out of the store to their vehicles, threatening of the cannibalism, threatening to come to your home, and the very arrogant. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do
Right.
about it? You're going to just raid raid your pantry. What are you going
But
to do about
they do a lot of rage baiting though. That's for content, and so you don't know. You got to be vigilant of whether either way. You have to stay vigilant, but you
it?
don't
Right.
know if they're just doing this for content or if they're serious. But then if something happens and you pull these, videos out on them, they're gonna have a lot of explaining to do when they're caught up in the middle of something,
Exactly.
because it's
And
premeditated.
eh, that's the thing. And you don't know. You hope they're just being mouthy little twats. Okay, you
Mhm.
really hope that that's all it is. But when you got people, when people start thinking they're not going to eat, people stop thinking.
Yeah.
When people aren't going to get, the people that are used to being able to sell their yams, and when they sell them, I guess they call them yamps. I picked that up from. I think I picked that term up from watching too many Lindsay Glenn videos. But when the people that sell them, what do they do with that cash? I would say the majority of them are not using them for very good stuff. Some might be, but I would say a lot of them are probably using them for stuff they shouldn't be.
True. Well, since we have our Aunt Gail in the comment section, um, the gobbles, the turkeys, the nasty people over there on the other side of the world that I delve into, they had lost some of their benefits because they were getting stuff at the corner store that wasn't supposed to go on the EBT card. So it happens. It happens everywhere, and you hear stories of it all the time. In our own communities and around what they're doing nefarious stuff with it, and then they would use their well, I'm not going to accuse them of being users, but they're users, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it goes there too.
Right. And I'm talking specifically. I mean, if they're using it for, whether they're using it for weed or
Mhm.
just cigarettes or whatever, if they don't have their money to get their weed and their cigarettes, they're
Mhm.
going to start jonesing for that. And
Yeah.
what happens when you're jonesing? You get mean, and
Yeah.
whatever level of mean you want to get, whether it's mean or it's just plain out bitchy.
Mm.
That's another problem. And then that brings out a different level of attitude and a different level of rage, and that rage baiting actually turns into rage, and then you have another issue, and then you start getting you and your buddies together. And what happens when you get a bunch of people that are feeling all that same way together? it becomes dangerous. Because and yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I lost the way that I wanted to phrase that. I hate getting old. It really sucks.
I
First
imagine the drug addicts who depend on selling their benefits for drug money would be the ones considering going to jail over 1 month's missed, EBT payment. True. It could, what do they have to lose?
well, yeah, but BC, it's not 1 month's months. What's wrong with the way I talk? It's not 1 month's missed EBT payment. It's just a delayed payment. They're gonna get the money once everything is reactivated. They're not missing a payment. They're just going to end up with a delayed payment. That's the thing.
So, see, I haven't heard that. So you're telling me something too. So then you're saying, let's just say that this goes through January. They'll get November and December and January.
I can almost guarantee they're going to get that money. Though it will be backdated, and they will receive the full time that they've missed. I can almost guarantee it. I can almost guarantee that will be backdated to November 1st. I can almost guarantee it. They're not missing out on anything. It's being delayed right now, and I don't think the shutdown will go that long. God, I hope not. But I can almost guarantee you it'll be backdated. So their payment is just their EBT payments and other payments are just delayed right now. Their welfare payments, their social assistance payments are just delayed right now. If they're already receiving it, their payments are delayed right now. If they're not receiving it yet, no, they're not going to backdate anything. But their application status is delayed until everything restarts. But if they're already recipients, if they're current recipients, they will be backdated. I am 99.98% positive. Okay.
BC, don't feel stupid. Don't feel stupid because I thought the same thing. So, but also, you know how if we're talking about the addict, because this came about because the addicts selling their benefits, there's people who are on prescription medication. If they don't get it in the 3 days that it's due, and then they miss their dosages, they get a little antsy and do stupid stuff. And then there's the people who need their Suboxone or whatever, and they don't get it on time. So either way, there's still going to be people doing stupid stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, don't feel bad about that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We have learned, thanks to a certain puppy dog, that there are stupid questions, but that was nothing to feel stupid over.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and we all know who Puppy is.
Yeah, I just can't imagine though them getting, let's just even say it's $500 a month. That in January they get $1,500. That's just going to go crazy too.
If it goes on more than a couple more weeks, there's going to be predatory lenders that come out there that are going to make some sort of deals. They're going to do something so that everybody that's in need is going to have a way to come up with some money, so that they're able to get groceries in their house. Predatory lenders will do it. If Trump doesn't come up with some sort of, I think did we speak about this during the live, or was we talking about this beforehand? Some sort of stimulus. But they can't come up with a stimulus that would just go to EBT beneficiaries. They would have to do a stimulus for everybody to help with the grocery crisis. Trump cannot do that just for the holders of EBT.
I think, we all wish we could get a card or, assistance with our groceries and stuff. And we are not talking, like most of what we're talking about, we did some searches and stuff today because some people are coming in behind. And when we did, it's the people who are doing extreme hauls on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram even. that are showing like, I bought all this stuff and I bought stuff that, you know, I can't afford. I mean, the normal working class person right now can't afford everybody to have steak and lobsters and crabs and all the things, you know. So that's what we're, when we talk about the misuse of it and stuff, we've done research on it today of these people abusing the system. But we know there are people that truly need assistance. And so
Right.
that's not our complaint.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we might be, you know, sounding like we're being, you know, hard asses about it and taking a hard line. And Heather, we're not trying to be offensive to you. And sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You know, but people, you go catch on TikTok and watch some of the people over there that are doing these EBT, that were doing the EBT hauls. And I do believe a lot of them have either deleted or hid. I don't know if you could hide on TikTok, hide videos, but yeah, a lot of them are missing, but you'll find them on YouTube if you just do a Google search, or not a Google search, but a YouTube search for EBT hauls.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see them, because other YouTube creators have put them, because they're just, you know, aghast at, you know, what they're doing, and these people are so blatant. They're like, thanks taxpayer, and I wouldn't be so appalled by it if, you know, they were getting, you know, dare I say, the healthier foods, but most of it was garbage.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why when October 1st, when the first wave of the EBT meltdown started, everybody was freaking out because they weren't allowed to start buying all this junk food. That's when the first wave hit. You know, and yeah, welcome to reality. You know, November 1st is also, if the shutdown wasn't the problem, we were going to have another meltdown of a different variety, because that's when the new restrictions were kicking in with, you know, who had to start working. So
Mm-hmm.
there was going to be a meltdown starting, you know, Monday morning anyway. It was just going to be a different type of meltdown. So
Definitely. And I agree with BC. The more you contribute to society, the less you get, and the more they take it, it seems. I'm sorry, chat was moving because someone commented. I couldn't see.
Well, why didn't you just put it up on the screen? See how easy that was?
Yeah, look at that.
I know. Let me take this down. There. Oh, this is fun playing with my buttons. Don't take that the wrong way.
Well, that's kind of hard one to swallow, Gail. I'm reading it, but so my daddy always said, if you help 100 people and only one actually needed it, then that was worth it. And I agree, but then there's other times it's like, oh, those 99 that take when the one that needed the most could have had a little bit more. That's aggravating. And I was saying earlier, I typed it in the thing because I think Terry Lynn brought it up, but you know, with the holidays coming, if this goes any further, there are other. Make sure to look for other avenues to help you, like churches or community giveaways, or I mean, I even knew a car lot man that would give out like 85 turkeys a holiday. You know, like it was just his way to give back to the community, and so there's other. Don't go without because you don't have, you know, make sure there's other ways to find it out there.
Yeah, and don't wait till Friday. You know, be put some great links up on our community page. I'll repost it on mine. Yes, I should.
I posted on my community tab, there's a bunch of channels that do recipes, low cost recipes, and then at the bottom of it, there's 2 links. One is to the food banks and one is to the food pantries, and it's just it's .orgs, it's national sites. And then you put in your zip code and it'll show you places around you that have whichever one you food bank or food pantry, whichever link you click on.
Outstanding. And then I guess if the crisis continues through next week, B and I will come on and do some low cost food prep to help extend things. Because I find it hard to believe. Well, no, I don't find it hard to believe, but I find it amazing that people don't know how to cook things as easy as beans. Everybody buys cans of beans. And it's so much easier and so much cheaper to cook beans from a bag.
Yeah.
Because one bag of beans makes like what, 6 or 7 cans worth of beans, 1 pound of beans. And I think you get like 6 or 7 cans of beans out of it. I never measured it, but you pay $1 for a bag of beans and you get like six cans worth. It's so much cheaper. You just have to put a little bit of prep and time into it.
Mm-hmm.
And for all of the stay-at-homes that don't work and don't want to work, like they say, why should they? Because the taxpayers are paying for everything. Well, taxpayers will buy you a bag of beans.
Yeah, Gail, we touched on the that they are implementing the work where you have to work to get benefits, but there are some loopholes to it, and that's where it's kind of confusing. Like, well, not confusing. There's going to be people who work the system and work their way around it. It's just going to happen because the way it's set up right now is that you're going to have to work, volunteer, or job search for 80 hours a month. So it's 20 hours a week in some capacity. So if you can get someone to say, I mean, I feel like I know someone in every avenue of life, but there's been people who needed community service and they get their hours signed off by somebody. So if you can do that and get volunteer services signed off, you're still going to get your benefits, or, there's always a way to work around the system. So that's the bad part about it. But they are making it to where there has to be 80 hours a month of something. Unless, there was a clause too. Unless you're a caretaker, disabled, there's minimal.
Children under 14.
Children under 14. Right. Exactly. Well, I don't know. It's been a while since I took my history class, but about the New Deal. So back when they, were in the recession and they had to dole out money and services, that they had people work and make the national parks and the, like the JFK monument. What is that thing called down there? JFK. Dealey Park. What is that? Daily Plaza. Anyway, they had them build that to get their benefits.
Thanks for being here, BC. We appreciate you.
Definitely. We don't mind you bitching. It's something to bitch about.
We all have our moments.
Speaking of beans, I'm always stunned by how Americans make baked beans using doctored canned beans. I've always grown up making them from dried beans. True, Terry. I don't know what to say other than you're right. What do you want me to say? I don't even doctor mine. I buy them made already. Bushes.
Bushes don't make too many bad beans. So, but I use a lot of beans. I haven't made falafel in a while, and I love some good falafel. I got to figure out what I'm making for Monday. I got to spend 15 hours with a bunch of people on Monday. So I got to figure out what I'm making.
That community service sucks. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
I know. I got to stay out of trouble.
You're doing good things for good people. You know, you're doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm. I should do I should get all my heels and do a live to figure out what heels I should wear for the pole work.
Bye, Gail. Happy sleeping, and hope your night goes fast for you.
Sweet dreams and happy thoughts.
I can't work nights. I'd fall asleep.
I've done my shift work when the kids were younger. X work days and I work nights. Which ninja foodie? I have a couple different ones.
I'm sorry, you got my husband over here. I had to put it on mute. He said, she said she's a pole worker. She's working the poles. I said, yeah, and explain it. So we've been joking about it all week.
Yep. That's why I said I should get out all my heels and you know, we could do a live and figure out which heels I should wear for working the poles.
Oh Lord, stop. A ninja foodie. I don't have a ninja foodie. I don't have. And Shy asked me, was it last? I don't know. She said something about air fryers. I don't have an air fryer.
I forget what size. I have the biggest one. I think the 8-quart is the biggest one, or is it the 12-quart? I forget.
Bye, Shy. Take care.
I forget which one it is.
I have no idea.
Bye, Shy. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Oh, I can't remember the model number. Doesn't matter, but it's the biggest one that they have. It does everything but wash the windows for me and do the dishes.
Well, then it needs to go.
Well, no, because my dishwasher does that. You know, when I got my new Samsung appliances last year, I made sure that I got the models that, you know, washes dishes and does the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I have yeah, that foodie does that, and then I have the 2 square ones. Crap, what are the square ones called? I didn't get the double oven because I have the KitchenAid. No, I have the Oster the big Oster oven with convection toaster oven that can cook a 13-inch pizza in it, and it's got the French doors on it. So I had that, and I like that. So I'm like, nah, I don't need to get a separate appliance.
Check the chat, back chat. I don't have any ninja items at all. I know Terry Lynn is like the ninja queen.
Oh, I have a ton of ninja stuff. I got their beaters. I even got their coffee pot. I have their toaster, their flip up toaster. I don't have their blender, and that's because I have the I have a NutriBlender. I have the NutriBullet blender. I have a Magic Bullet, and then I also have oh, what's that crap? What's the big stupendous blender that everybody has and loves?
Is that, I don't know. It's that no mix. What is that thing called?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I don't have one.
Yeah, well, I do.
I do have a KitchenAid mixer that I never use, but that's the only thing I have that's like.
Oh, I have 3 different mixers. I have the Angstrom. I have my KitchenAid, the KitchenAid Pro line.
Terry Lynn came in for the save. Vitamix.
Vitamix, yes, I have a Vitamix. Thank you. And oh crap, what's that other? The other really nice mixer that everybody loves for making cookies. and I'm totally blanking on what it's called. Yeah, I like kitchen gadgets. And the more money I waste on them, the more I like them.
I'm gonna have to leave you soon.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been on for over 2 hours. So I was going to wrap it up by showing a video of the seafood boils. This way, we could wrap it up and B would be able to leave without having to see, any of the seafood boils because we know how much she loves that. But I was having difficulty getting my program to cooperate with me, probably because I was starting to overheat at that time. And both of us were apparently struggling at the end there to get the last of everything together.
Well, we didn't. You planned more, so I was down to the hour ish, and
Yeah,
I wasn't planning ahead.
I
My
was
bad.
trying, but I was in my office all day pulling stuff together here, and yeah, we didn't use all the videos that I had put up here because we found more to talk about than I thought we would, which is good.
Yeah.
We used I think almost all the videos here. Went over a lot. We didn't end up needing that state video, which I think it disappeared. Yeah, the state video disappeared, and nobody asked for any specific state information anyway.
No.
And I think that video disappeared anyway. Yeah, it did.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I can't find it now anyway. And yeah, I can't find it now either. So I think that tab shut down on my computer. But we learned a few things about how this works with the dual.
Well, the question is now if I don't think I should leave until you're done. I mean, I can remove myself and go, but then you just kick when you leave studio, it'll kick me, but I'll be backstage, if you will, but not on. And then because I don't know if I leave now, will it take the whole stream down? Like the dual stream.
I don't know, but I say we wrap this up.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Terry. Yeah, and B and I had talked about discussing this because the next couple days, I think this is gonna be still a hot topic for at least, see what's going on because this is all gonna break down. So, we may have to come back and address this again. So, B and I have to talk about this a little bit more, so we'll figure it out. But B needs to get going. I got to go. We've been on for over 2 hours. So everybody that's still here, and Terry, thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming. It's been a good conversation. We've had a lot of good conversation.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Do all those YouTube-y things. And if you're not subscribed to me, please hop over to my channel and give me a sub. I'm not going to get all your watch hours because everybody's over on B's channel, and that's just fine. But give me a sub if you would. I'd appreciate that.
I will change my title too to tag you in it. So if anybody you'll be there so that they can just click there and go over there too. So
whatever works.
So whoever was on my channel, go ahead and go sub up to her channel.
Appreciate that. And yeah, B and I will talk and we'll see if we can't figure out ways to keep this train rolling because I certainly enjoyed it. And yeah, so do those YouTube-y things and we're out of here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.